Hey ladies and gentlemen, it's Peter here. Super important video today coming to you guys. It is extremely important that you guys see this video, and it couldn't have happened if it wasn't for a subscriber of mine named David Curl, Kurle. Well, yesterday I read his comment, and it's funny because you have to have an eye, and you really have to know your knives to know this. I mean, it really blew me away. And just so happens when I read his comment, I was like, I have that knife upstairs. He stated that one of the Buck Stockman knives was exactly the same as this Remington knife that I showed yesterday in the green wood. You guys remember this knife. I did a little video on it. And when I read his comment, like I said, he got me thinking, and I come upstairs in my bedroom, and just so happened, I happen to have this knife. Lo and behold, I have this knife, this Buck Stockman. Well, the moral of this story is I spent $100 for this knife because it's in some kind of Dura something wood or another. I never even heard of the name. I could barely even say the name of the wood. Yeah, it's a pretty green wood, isn't it, guys? Oh, great, right? Steel on this is basic 420 HC, high carbon stainless steel. Same as any other knife, steel, basic steel. There's nothing really to that knife at all. This knife here is identical. Identical. This has some bone scales. And it is an identical match, guys. I don't know how I'm supposed to wait. Trying to. Anyway, it is an identical match, as you can see right there. I'll put it next to one another here. Everything with this knife is identical. It is an identical match. Now, what I'm saying is, I spent $100 for this knife because they said that they claim that it has some kind of special wood on it. A green special wood. Like I said, I couldn't pronounce the name of the wood. Big deal. Big tickle, as my dad would say. Big tickle. Here is a $15 knife. And if I might add, almost just as nice, just as pretty with these bone covers, and there's no difference. Almost just as pretty, and it's like a $15 knife. I may have paid less for this, and I think I paid less for this. Now you're going to get the number. Buck. Hold on, guys. 371. So you're looking at it right there. The bolsters are slanted. Everything, there's not a difference. There's not one difference that I could pick off on the knife. There's not one difference that I could seriously pick off on the knife. Again, you're talking $15 here, and you're talking $100 for the Remington knife. Now, you guys tell me the markup that they don't put on these knives. Now, can something actually happen to Remington? Can Remington actually get in trouble? Because that's almost an exact copy. I guess they can't get in trouble because they could say that the scales are different and whatever else or another, but I'm saying they could charge the exact same amount just for some very, 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 very little details, some very small details. I don't get it. I don't get that. But I tell you again, super, super impressed. I mean, that this guy, David Curle, Kurle, picked that off. I mean, you have to have, you know, it's not easy to do that. Just go in your mind and think that and pick that knife and say, you know something? That's the same as that buck I have. That's pretty good, David. I give you credit on that, buddy. I definitely give you credit on that. Because that's not an easy pick. You know what I mean? You got to know what you're doing. And I'm surprised that just so happens I have the knife. I have the knife. Do you believe that? So guys, please, in the comments once again, let me know what you guys think about the knife game. Let me know about what you think about the markup on knives. I mean, is that right? Can they do that? I mean, I guess they can do that. That's all legit and everything's fine with that. Do you guys agree with that right there? That is an exact match. That is an exact match. Remington had to have gotten this model from somewhere. They had to have gotten this model from somewhere. And where did they get it from? They got it from right here, Buck. They got it from this $15 knife. And I'm saying $15, and I do not even think this knife was 15 bucks. I think it might have been 10. I'm telling you, it was like a $10 knife. It's an exact same knife, guys. I looked it over. I really looked it over. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because I'm ticked. I mean, I have every right to be a little upset, a little pissed off. You know? I wouldn't have bought this knife just because it had green handles on it. Some exotic green wood they're going to charge you $100 for. I have no idea what that wood is that they're claiming it is. I have no idea. As far as I'm concerned, that's just stained. That is just stained. They went out and bought stain and stained some wood green. That could be pine wood for all I know. And stained it green, a pretty green color. And charged you $100 for it. Big deal. Big deal. I would have never spent $100 on it. I would have been just as satisfied with this. Don't you think? What's wrong with that piece? There's not a gosh darn thing wrong with that. Is there? That's a bunch of bullpucky. That is a bunch of bullpucky right there, guys. Well, once again, David, I couldn't thank you enough, buddy. I really couldn't. Because he's the one that came on there and made that comment. And then immediately yesterday, I was busy. I came up here and saw the knife and looked the knife over, and I was like, are you kidding me? That is the same knife. Anyway, guys, listen. Drop me that comment. I'd greatly, 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 greatly appreciate it. Let me know what you think about this one. Weigh in the comments below. It's a ripoff, right? The markup for knives? I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Thank you, guys. Take care. And if you like this knife and you were thinking about pulling the trigger on this one, get the Buck knife right there. $10 bucks. You'll love it. Take care, guys. Enjoy your Sunday. weigh in the comments. I'm very, very curious on what you've got to say about that. Thank you, everyone.